So in this video, I want to talk to you about light trails. Now here we are, 42nd Street, right in front of Grand Central Terminal, an absolutely beautiful, iconic location, and there's traffic everywhere. There's never not traffic, but we can take lemons and make lemonade out of it. We're going to use the traffic and use long exposures to make a light trail. So we're here at Blue Hour, right? Now, why Blue Hour? There's two reasons. One, the level of light, right? We have a little bit darker of an ambient light, and what that does is allow us to get naturally a longer exposure. But two, we have enough light in the sky so we can match the ambient light with the lights that just kicked on, not even a minute ago, on the skyline. And when we have that match, that's when we get the best Blue Hour shots. Now, if we're gonna do a long exposure, we need to be on a tripod. We need something to keep our phone steady, because when we do a long exposure, if we don't have a tripod, if we don't have any way to kind of balance and keep our phone steady, everything is gonna be blurry. We don't want that. We just want the oncoming traffic and the outgoing traffic to be blurred while everything else is tack sharp. So we're on our tripod. I'm gonna bring up my native camera app first. We have this set up to 0.5. Now why 0.5? Because it's gonna get the entirety of the scene, and it's a beautiful composition just like this. So how are we gonna get a long exposure? The first thing we're gonna do is just take a normal picture, just like that. And this is what's gonna happen when you do. It might not be sharp, because the motion of me pressing that phone is gonna cause a little bit of vibration, right? So here's what we need. This little guy here. This is just a Bluetooth remote control, and this is gonna trigger the camera remotely so I don't have to press it and cause vibration in the photo. The next thing we can do to get a long exposure is to turn on live photo. So on the top right of my screen, you're gonna see like a bullseye. I'm gonna click on that, it's gonna say live. I wanna wait for cars to be moving, and when I press the shutter, it's gonna record a 1.5 seconds of video both before and after the photo. All I need to do is click on that image and then click on where it says live, and now I'm gonna choose long exposure. It's gonna blend that video with the image that was taken, and now I have the beginning of a long exposure, right? It's pretty good. It's actually a lot better than just a static image. I already like it, but I don't see those light trails. I have a long exposure, but what I wanna do is capture the taillights of the cars driving through this scene. That motion blur at the moment is just gonna blur so it's not even there. So this isn't gonna work. So what can we do to create these light trails? Here we're gonna enter another app. So the app I'm going to use is called ProCam 8. This is my favorite app to use when I'm shooting light trails. So we have the app open, and the first thing we need to do is click on this upward facing triangle on the bottom left, and we're gonna switch from the default photo mode to long exposure. Once we have long exposure up, you'll see the options for motion blur, light trails, and low light. We're gonna choose light trails. And all we need to do now is choose how long of an exposure do we need. I think a good middle of the road is gonna be 8 seconds for now. It'll be enough time for even the slow moving New York City traffic to drive through the entirety of the frame, or at least most of it. So let's start there. Now there's one more thing we need to do and talk about our exposure. Now when we keep the shutter open for a long period of time, it might get overexposed. So what I want to do is click on this M, and I want to underexpose my image just a little bit. That's going to make sure that I'm capturing the color I want in these light trails. Now it's going to appear darker, that's fine. That means we're going to get a good exposure for those light trails. All we need to do now is wait for the traffic to start moving. And just like that, the traffic start moving. Now is the time to take the photo. Now look at this. As more cars pass through the frame, we're getting different colors, we're getting different patterns of light, and you get to see it build. Right now, I'm gonna keep on taking these photos, right? Every single photo I take, it's gonna be a very different image from scene to scene, because there's never the same cars moving through twice. So while I like this shot, I think we could maybe get a different angle, different perspective. Now, we might as well do that while we're here, right? I have this tripod set up, I have everything set up already, and I have this really good device that just lets me tilt the phone like that. feels like a horizontal scene a little bit. We have a much more horizontal bridge, and the whole scene, while it could be vertical too, we might as well try and get the horizontal. And I think I want to get just a little bit closer here. I'm gonna line up my shot. I really kind of like this composition. I think it's gonna work out quite well. I still have 8 seconds at the moment. Everything's sort of locked in and ready to go. Again, all I need to do is wait for this traffic to cooperate. Now look at that. You see how that yellow taxi was moving very slowly through the frame? That adds more color to the scene. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Taking these little tips and tricks and techniques that we're going to show you throughout this course to create images that are absolutely stunning is exactly what you need, what you can use to take your iPhone photography to the next level. This video was a free preview of the Urban iPhone Photography online course. In this course, you'll discover everything you need to know to take stunning iPhone photos in a city environment. Whether you find yourself commuting to work or visiting a famous metropolis, you're going to know exactly what to do to capture the unique character of that city. I'll show you how to photograph stunning skylines, unique architecture, busy streets, and of course, the people who make up the soul of the city. If you'd like to learn more about taking pictures in a city environment, please take a look at the full version of my Urban iPhone Photography course. You'll find that link in the description right next to this video. So click on that link right now, and I'll see you inside the full version of the course.